I'm going to start here with Monday's Guardian. And Extinction Rebellion have made some New Year's resolutions, Francis.
Yes, they have. The Extinction Rebellion announces move away from disruptive tactics. So climate protest group says temporary shift will prioritise relationships over roadblocks. It's almost like they've realised people are getting really annoyed with them by blocking the roads and basically causing a health and safety hazards and stopping people from getting to work. And the climate protest group say they're shifting tactics from disruptions such as smashing windows and gluing themselves to public places.
I mean, they're going to stop breaking the law?
Yeah, they're going to stop breaking the law.
It's a good start.
And they're going to prioritise attendance over arrest and relationships over roadblocks.
Yeah, so conversations.
Yes,
they might actually persuade someone this way. Yeah. Whereas all the screaming and shouting and gluing, that doesn't seem to work, does it?
But the thing is, and the problem that I have with groups like this and Just Stop Oil is none of the solutions that they offer, they're not workable.
No.
Well, you're going to stop oil, and then what are we going to do after the entire economy
live
crashes?
in caves.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Yeah, whilst the Indians and the Chinese, they're still going to pump out tons of carbon.
So, Leo, Just Stop Oil aren't saying they're going to stop these sort of disruptive tactics. It's just Extinction Rebellion. So it's one step.
Yeah. So Just Stop Oil are still going to do it. I mean, all of them are massive hypocrites. All of them use loads of energy and transport and all the stuff that they try and stop. They're complete hypocrites. If they cared about reducing their own carbon footprint, because I don't care what they do with their own carbon footprint. Don't come at my carbon footprint. It's mine. You know what I mean? But if they want to reduce their own carbon footprint to zero, if they really wanted to do that, they could do it by killing themselves.
Yes, but of course you're not recommending that. But
no, I'm just saying it's an option.
Now, Leo,
if you really care that much, why don't you lead by example?
Well, I don't think they're going to do that. But do you have any sympathy at all, Leo? I know you're going to say no, but just hear me out here. Insofar as they genuinely believe that the world is coming to an end, that the apocalypse is round the corner, unless you, Leo Kearse, change your behaviour and stop flying all around the world.
But they're a doomsday cult. I mean, that's not a rational position. And we've seen, for as long as I've been alive, which is a long time, people have said that the world is about to end. There's going to be another, in the 70s, it was a new ice age. Then there's all this, where acid rain and every year there's the world's about to end. And it's still here, and it's going to continue to be here. I mean, the world is getting slightly warmer in certain places, and that's not entirely a bad thing. It's going to be bad in some ways, good in other ways, but the government response to it is already happening, so I don't even know what they're upset about. The government is already doing way more than it should. And the government response is going to be far more harmful and kill far more people than climate change.
I do remember, Francis, being at school and being taught in a geography lesson that by the year 2000 all fossil fuels will be depleted.
Yes.
And they're not.
And the problem with that is geography lessons were all taught by PE teachers for some weird reason.
Right.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So what do PE teachers know about anything? But look, the thing is they do have a point in some instances. 2022 was the warmest on record in the UK, the Met Office has said, and the 10 warmest years on record have all occurred since 2003. But the problem is that technology is what is going to be used to solve this problem.
Yes.
Nuclear power is a far more credible solution.
Yeah, but so the doomsday people, they never really think about the history of humanity and the way in which humanity develops new technology to deal with problems. They'd never take that into account. And you would have thought that would be relevant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so important that once you highlight a problem, and look, most people are on board. I mean, Leo's in a minority of about 8 people, right? But most people are on board with saying...
Once people see the science... I mean, the natural world is constantly sequestering carbon from the atmosphere. If you look at the White Cliffs of Dover, that is all calcium carbonate that's been brought out of the atmosphere. The carbon's been dragged out of the atmosphere by shellfish. And that's happening all the time. We're going to get to the point, historically, we're at very low carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere. We're going to get to the point where we actually need to put carbon dioxide back in.
But these are the kind of conversations we can now have because Extinction Rebellion are going to talk to you, Leo, rather than glue themselves to your front porch.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to them.
Well,
just, whatever they want to do, do it. Do whatever you want to do in your own life. Do it.
Leo,
this is my life. You can't control me.
Well,
Could somebody from Please Just Stop Oil just basically stick themselves to Leo's flat?
Yeah.